Hello everyone and welcome to another Tempo Storm Wild meta video where we highlight decks and strategies you can use to become legendary on the Hearthstone Wild ladder. Since the release of Saviors of Uldum, the Wild meta has changed substantially, with Secret Mage, Snip Snap Warlock, and Mech Hand Buff Paladin rising to power and dominating the ladder. Even if you think the massive popularity of these new decks makes things a little stale, this is the Wild format where plenty of exciting and viable decks exist to help you conquer the ladder. Welcome to the Off-Meta Spotlight, Saviors of Uldum edition, where we'll take the road less traveled and showcase 4 legend-viable decks you can play to keep things fresh on your way to legend. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe to the Tempo Storm Hearthstone YouTube channel to stay up to date with our Wild Hearthstone content. Now let's begin. Do you want to conquer the board with a savage presence? Aggro Druid has you covered. This list from Wild Specialist Awdragon is a powerful take on the classic archetype. Aggro Druid loads the field with cheap minions and uses AoE buffs like Mark of the Lotus and Power of the Wild to build them into an overwhelming army. New to the deck from Saviors of Uldum, we have Beaming Sidekick and History Buff, which provide sizable buffs to your minions while being reasonable early threats in their own right. The deck's ability to swarm the board gives it the potential to rush down combo decks like Snip Snap Warlock before they can get their combo online, or closely manage the board against Mech Hand Buff Paladin before they can get to snowball a big mech. Things can get tricky against Secret Mage, but with your AoE buffs and Beaming Sidekick to bolster your minions' health, and careful attack order to play around Flame Ward, you can keep your minions alive long enough to find an opening for Savage Roar to finish them off. Whether you're a veteran aggro player or you're new to playing Beatdown, now is an excellent time to give this classic deck a try. The nerf to Barnes may have discouraged players from bringing Big Priest to ladder, but that doesn't mean Anduin has to wait on the sidelines. This featured legend rank list from Corbett brings the power of Combo Priest from Standard to Wild by mixing in Resurrect and Eternal Servitude with Psycho Pump to bring back your injured Tolvirs, injured Blade Masters, and Witchwood Grizzlies over and over again. These minions have massive stats on their own and can contest the best minions Wild has to offer, and with the Divine Spirit plus Inner Fire OTK combo waiting in the wings, and Shadow Visions to help find your combo pieces, you can threaten lethal at any time. 2 copies of Silence is a great meta call for neutralizing the big mechs that Paladin can build, or for testing the waters for counterspell against Secret Mage, and Northshire Cleric Shenanigans with Circle of Healing gives you the potential to draw your OTK combo even faster than Snip Snap Warlock. The explosive potential of Combo Priest makes it surprisingly competitive, and if you're familiar with the standard version, the Wild build is an excellent way to transition to this format. Next up, did somebody order a bomb? This legend rank bomb warrior list from Lannister brings the archetype to the Wild format in style. Load your opponent's deck with explosives using Clockwork Goblin, Wrench Caliber, and Seaphorium Bomber, with the potential to double up on your bombs with Bran Bronzebeard and Augmented Elec. With so many Reno Mages and Reno Locks on ladder, you have the potential to stifle the effects of Reno Jackson and Zephrys the Great by adding multiple bombs to the opponent's deck. When you're not setting up bombs, you're managing the board with a rush package of Town Crier into Restless Mummy, while the combo of Slam and Execute gives you the power to kill virtually anything. Against Warlocks or other draw-heavy combo and control decks, playing Cold Light Oracle with Bran Bronzebeard gives you the potential to overdraw their combo pieces or draw them into bombs to hasten their demise. Every card they draw could be their last, so if you're into edge-of-your-seat gameplay, Bomb Warrior might be the right deck for you. And now for something completely off the beaten path. Our final featured deck is a legend rank Reno Rogue list courtesy of Nope Clapper. The deck features a who's who of Tempo Rogue staples and tons of tricks, including a Pirate package, a Cavern Shiny Finder weapons package, Shadow Step combos, Myra's Unstable Element, and more. The Highlander deck construction gives the deck tons of flexibility and gives savvy players plenty of opportunities to make creative yet effective plays. The big payoff for playing singletons is of course Zephrys the Great, who has a knack for finding ways to close out games, and Reno Jackson, whose life gain battle cry gives the rogue more flexibility to take damage while controlling the board with weapons. The recipe for success with the deck is simple: dominate the board with pirates and weapons, pressure the enemy hero's health, and finish them off with bursts from Zephrys or Leroy. Reno Rogue is a strong but unusual presence on ladder and is sure to catch your opponents off guard, so be sure to give it a try. Saviors of Uldum has brought quite a lot of change to the Wild meta, and with the departure of old staples to make way for new ones, there's still plenty of room to follow your own path. These 4 decks are just the tip of the iceberg for decks you can climb with in Wild, so we encourage you to try new things and find the deck that's right for you. As always, be sure to subscribe to the Tempo Storm Hearthstone YouTube channel to keep up to date with our Wild Hearthstone content, and let us know in the comments what decks and cards you'd like us to feature next. Thanks for watching!